welcome to tonight's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel. Well, remember last week I said I was going to have Michele Adolphe here with me. Well, she definitely is in the hot seat, so stay with us. We'll be right back going up close and personal with Michele Adolphe. Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Miles, and I am Miss Caribbean United States 2013, and you're watching Beyond Focus TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel. Thanks so much for joining us because we're going to have a great interview with Michele Adolphe, who's running for the New York State 42nd Assembly District Leader. And this is a big year. She's doing her thing, and I'm definitely glad to have her here with me tonight because you all are going to enjoy this interview. Michele, welcome to Beyond Focus TV.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. First of all, I want to commend all the great work that you've been doing. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I know you've been doing a lot of things for the community, not just your district, but really focusing on, this was a build-up before you decided to run for this election. But tell us a little bit about yourself and how this all got started for you.
Well, I will start basically with this election because what I want to clarify, and even you just said it's a build-up. Yes, it is indeed, because I started running since 2004. This is not my first time.
Okay.
That's my fourth time. They always say, fourth time is really the good luck time or the charm. It's a charm. So, because I ran 3 times for the seat, and I believe that I know my district very well, and the work that I put in the community, the efforts that I put to help my constituents, and nevertheless to say, I'm a Brooklynite. I've been here for so many years, over 35 years. My 2 children, they were born right here at Downstate University Hospital. I own a business on Lenox and Bedford. And actually 2 centers right here in Brooklyn, one on Rogers Avenue. And the reason why I let one go, because when they had the earthquake in Haiti, I had to send the whole school, the biggest one, to Haiti. And of course, with the support of everyone in the community to support my efforts, my work, I had to send a container for 40 feet in Haiti. Having said that, not only I'm a Brooklynite, all my education right here in New York, including Brooklyn. I went to Erasmus, graduated there, went to FIT, which everybody know what it stands for, Fashion Institute of Technology.
Absolutely.
Then from there, I went to Columbia. I spent 1 semester. And I switched to LIU in Brooklyn campus. I did my master, where I earned a master in social science. You know why social science? It's for the diversity, diversity of my community. So you need to learn everybody's background, race, where they came from, and of course their situation, because my situation is not yours. And we are living in a district where you have all kind of people.
Yes.
It's well blended. So therefore, before I even thought way back of representing my district, I make sure that I educate myself about the environment, the background of everyone. And this is how I started, basically, by running nonprofit agencies to help the community. After school programs right there at 320. Jackie Robinson, formerly 320, now it's 375. And my office then was at 69 Sullivan Place. And to this day, if you're driving by Sullivan Place, you will see 69 Sullivan Place, Ebbetsville, Multi-Service Community Development. I ran that office for many years. I moved that office now to East 16th Street on Newkirk, right by the plaza. So therefore, I'm always here present. And being running since 2004, 2008, 2010, and now
2014.
the incumbent stepped down. So there is a need for me to put my bid again before the community. They are all waiting for me because 2012, I ran for delegate. And I was with the assembly member, Wada Jacobs. So we work very well to represent the district. So, having said that, I'm in the hand of the people now. This is why I'm here, to meet with you, to share my knowledge, my expertise with this community that I want to represent. Please, I'm asking you.
And we want everybody to understand because the work, like you said, she's covered so much ground here, and I really respect the fact that you did a master's in social sciences. Now, some people look at that, oh, sociology and social sciences, they're such a waste. But you said you have to do the homework.
Yes.
You have to study geographically, community-wise,
Local.
You have to start
National.
within and then branch out.
Yes, and international as well.
So before you keep grasping out, because even like a community where I live in Bed-Stuy, it's so diverse because now with gentrification, it's
Very
coming
much
in.
so.
Okay, yeah, it's starting to pick back up, but then you still have Section 8. On the one
Yes.
street, you can have a Section 8 building next to $1 million brownstone, and that's two different financial backgrounds.
But can I say something about that? You know what happened with Bed-Stuy, the community there? Yes, some of the folks there, they are qualified for Section 8. They don't look at one particular area. They look at the neighborhood, the entire community. It depends of the income bracket.
Yes, because they've
So-
changed the rules and everything's
Exactly.
changed.
So a lot of us, they are suffering in Bed-Stuy because we're not qualified for some subsidy
yes.
from the government. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And we have to go out there and make sure we help the folks out there.
Absolutely. So your political life, you have, let's say, a full decade
Yes.
of really representing and doing the political scene, and you've also been in the education sector.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, right after college, and not even that, right after high school, my first job, when I was at Erasmus, I was like, how do you say, family worker. You know what is a family worker? When students are late, they don't come to school. Our job is to go out there in their home, make sure they are in school. We need to find out why they don't come to school. We have to speak to parents. Then from there, I became a paraprofessional inside working with teachers. And from there, then I became a teacher. And I didn't spend much teaching in the high school. I spent only 3 years. My last school was Mega Evers High School. At that time, they were on Eastern Parkway in Bedford. They didn't have a new building on Carroll Street.
Right.
Well, I was very young, much young, very, very young, I can tell you. And when I realized that when you were in a class with 10 graders, they didn't even know how to read or write. And I realized that
Really?
absolutely, yes.
10th grade.
10 graders. It was, you have not the top elite group,
Of course.
At the board of it, they have the elite group, the middle one, and of course the regular students. Some of the regular students, they put them in a class because of their age,
Yes.
you see, and because they have to give them a diploma. Okay, so when I realized the lack of the deficiencies that they had as far as basic education is concerned, to me, I said, you know what, Michelle, you need to go back in your community, regress a little bit. Why don't you enter into the early childhood program so where you can give them
Start
solid,
that solid
foundation in early development.
agree.
That's what I did. When I left the Board of Ed and I opened my own school, my own business basically. This is when I told you about the 2 daycare centers that I own. So where I felt very good, and I still feel good about it, because what I did, I really helped parents and the community to raise better citizens for tomorrow.
And you really, really are. With all of this great work, I know for a fact we're sitting with a winner. If you're now joining us, you are watching our interview with Michele Adolphe. She's running for the New York State 42nd District Assembly leader. And you know what? We're going to have more right after this. Stay right here. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel. If you're now joining us, you're just in time to get some great information, especially if you're in the 42nd District of Brooklyn. You're going to want to tune in and pay extra close attention because Michele Adolphe is with me right now. Michele, I want to talk about the 42nd District itself. It's such a large district, parameter-wise even, and it encompasses different religions, different cultures, different languages. So if you're in this district, this is definitely one of the things. It's a hard task that you have because it's not just catering to one community.
That's
it really
right.
isn't. So you're the expert. Let's discuss that.
Well, Yes, indeed. We do have a variety of religions, culture, but you know one, the best thing about it, we are all Americans. When you're running for this seat, it's not about one group, one belief. It's about all of us. Because when you're out there in the state assembly, you're not only representing your district, but you're representing New York. Because when you introduce legislation, it's not only for a group of folks, it's for everybody. Not only your district, because any legislation affect the entire state.
The whole
So it's a
state.
big job. Okay, as far as my district is concerned, the perimeter of the district is from Avenue N, Kings Highway, up to Parkside Avenue, and from East End by Coney Island Avenue up to East 34th Street. East 34th Street and a little bit of Brooklyn Avenue. So I can say the district is basically overlapped with the 40th Councilmatic District and the 45th Councilmatic District, which is Jumani William and Eugene, Matthew Eugene. So as far as the diversity wise, it's a melting pot.
Yeah.
We have Jewish, African Americans, people from Bangladesh, Pakistani, Egyptians. We have Haitians, Trini, Jamaicans, all the Caribbean. It's like that's the zest of the Caribbean. So
It really is.
it is. And guess what? We blend very well. We respect everybody's belief. Whatever they want to do for their own lives, we don't infringe on anybody's property. We love each other. We work together. Very well.
That's really, really good. What would you say right now, because you're so in tune with this district, what do you think is lacking? What really needs, would you say is a priority that has to be modified, improved?
But it's not really lacking. I think we have everything, but it's just the access that we don't have
Okay.
because of our, let me make it clear, I have to be politically correct here, okay?
Of course.
We have a great district. We have the schools. We have everything. But you know what we don't have? Some of us are unable to live in the district because of the income gap.
Yeah.
We have a lot, well, let's put it this way, gentrification in my district. It's hard for those who's been around here for 30 years, 25 years. So the major concern really right now, whether you're seniors, young or old, is affordable housing.
Oh, it's a big
Affordable
topic.
housing. And there's another part also, succession right. We need to talk about that.
Yes,
It's extremely
please.
important. And good jobs in the district, education in the district. And I can tell you, we need access, better access to everything. Why affordable housing? Because what is affordable for the entire state is not affordable for my
here.
district.
Absolutely.
Let's take Park Slope, for example, Brooklyn Heights. It's extremely hard to see folks who's making below $40,000
Yeah,
and
you
they're
are.
paying $1,500 per month rent for one bedroom. They love the district. Their kids were born there. They don't want to leave. So what do you want to do if you want to represent your district? My job is to make sure to sit around the table, to become an advocate for everyone in my district so they can stay there, and specifically the seniors,
Yes.
meaning affordable housing should be below $40,000. Let me tell you why. You have a lot of folks, they work in the healthcare, school aid, nurses aid, CNA, teachers, firefighters, they're not making that much after retirement.
They're not.
How do you protect their safety to stay in the neighborhood? So we need to look at everybody, whatever work that you do. So we want to make sure we talk to the folks that the governor is giving tax break when they're building in our neighborhood. We call them the developers.
Yes.
So when they want to bring affordable housing in my district, I'm going to sit around the table to make sure to let them know what is affordable in my district is not affordable somewhere else. Meaning, if you bring a plan here for $35,000 or $40,000 for people who's making that kind of income, talking about the income tier, we will welcome you. But if you think it's going to be like 60, 70, 80, 100,000, you may have to choose a different location. We have the space. We have the air rights all over Brooklyn, the city. You know, it's a new law right now. You can get the air rights to build up. We want to make sure we preserve our community, preserve our constituents.
Yes.
And that's my priority. And another piece with affordable housing, it's not permanent, it's for 35 years. After 35 years, it goes back up to market value. So,
I did not know that.
absolutely.
I've never heard that
Yes,
before. You see, you get some
it's-
really great information. I want you all to pay attention to that because a lot of you are in
Yes.
low income / affordable housing, and you may think you'll be able to almost pass it down.
Exactly.
But after 35 years,
After
you said,
35 years, it's no longer affordable housing. It's
you have to
def-
requalify, or
Well,
it just
no,
goes
the
back
deal
up?
is at market value. So we need to work on that. So we need permanent affordable housing. Okay,
That would be great. Do you
specifically
think
for our
they'll
seniors.
really allow that to happen?
Well, they don't allow anything to happen, but you have to have advocates out there. That's my job. That's any elected official jobs to represent their community. Okay, so having said that, if we move back to the succession right, let me tell you how it's worked. Your mom live in an apartment. Your father lived there. You live there. You grew up there. You were born there. If they pass away, do you know what happened? You have a right to take over that lease.
Well, you know what? Hold that thought because this is a great segment. We're going to come back talking about the succession rights because this one is definitely applies to many of you living here right now in Brooklyn. Stay tuned. We've got Michele Adolphe right here with me on Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Miles, and I am Miss Caribbean United States 2013, and you're watching Beyond Focus TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, and we're having a wonderful sit down with Michele Adolphe, who's running for the New York State 42nd Assembly District Leader. And I might as well say she's the winner because she is going to kick some butt in the community, for a lack of a better term, because she is doing so much. Her beliefs, what you stand for. If you're in the 42nd district and you're able to vote, Michele Adolphe is the one you're going to want to vote for because she is really compassionate about the people. She cares about you all at home, which is very important. So we left off talking about the succession rights.
Yes.
And so many of us in the community have people who may have affordable household.
Well, basically, it's just like they call that rent control apartments, right? And it's not for every member of the family. It's basically for the grandchildren. They call that next kin, I believe.
Next kin.
Exactly. So if your mother, your father pass away, and they even move out of the state, you have a right to take over the lease, specifically if they've been there for 30 years, 25 years and over. So the landlord cannot kick you out. You have the right to take over. That's the law.
Now, if they do give you a hard time, am I by right able to go to housing court?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But make sure you have all the receipts and the lease are there, and everybody know your family. They were in the apartment. So there's no doubt about it. You will be a winner in court.
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
good. That's such a valuable piece of information. And as a district leader, these are things that we
Not
need
district
to know.
leader, as an assembly
Member, you need to have this out there
Yes.
because these are things that are so important.
Very important. And another point that I would like to touch as far as my priority in my district, besides affordable housing, education. I believe not every child, not every young man and woman will get a college degree. What do? We need to bring more vocational program in the district, like plumbing, electrical, carpentry. Because if you own a home, you call a plumber. You know how much that costs. If you own a home, you call an electrician. You know how much that costs. You don't have to have a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer to make it. So I believe the line technical work are extremely important for some of our youngsters.
Absolutely.
And our seniors also in the district. That's something I'm very concerned about. Seniors sometimes they have issues with their benefits. Some seniors, and I'm glad that de Blasio came with that identification piece. Some seniors are able to go to the pharmacy to get their prescriptions. But still, what we are working on right now, and when I get elected to the assembly, I will make sure if seniors need to have a refill of certain prescription drugs, they don't have to go to their doctors if they don't have to. Because some seniors, they have to go to their doctors just to get just a prescription.
I know.
And when they go there, if they don't have Medicare or Medicaid, they have to pay out of their pockets.
Yes.
Why I say that? Because we have a lot of immigrant seniors. You know what I mean? They're not qualified for Medicaid.
I know.
They came here because their kids are here, they're old, they didn't work in this country. So what are we doing? So we need to protect all of our seniors. And these are my concerns. And I am willing to put myself out there to work for the betterment of my community. And this is why I'm running. People need to understand this government has 3 departments. You have the federal department, I call that administration wise, and you have the state department. No, not the state, let me rephrase myself. You have the state administration, which is the governor. When I say state department, I don't want people to think about state department from Washington, D.C. Then you have the city government that deal with this, the city, which is only the 5 boroughs, Manhattan, Queens, the Bronx, Staten Island, and Kings County, which is Brooklyn. So that's for city council, the mayor, and the borough president. And if you have to deal with the state of New York, you deal with the governor, like Governor Cuomo, the speaker, the assembly members, and the Senate. That's where I'm going to be, in the middle. Then if you have a problem, and if you want to deal with the federal government, that's oversee everybody. So you deal, of course, the higher up. I cannot say the president, but I'll say Congress and the Senate, because they represent, first of all, Congress are extremely important. They're the one that has to introduce legislation, okay? And the governor, the president approve, all right? So people need to understand the 3 steps that we have in government. But guess what? All the power came from the federal government, streamlined down to the state government and to the city. This is how they have to work together. And that's how we have to work together with everyone who got elected in your district. It's teamwork.
It absolutely
It is
is
teamwork.
teamwork.
Yes.
Before I let you go, I want you to really let everyone know in the community, recap why they should vote for you and make you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michele Adolphe. Why you have to vote for Michelle? Not only I'm a single mother, I raised my 2 kids in the 42nd district. I did all my education work even in Brooklyn, Erasmus High School, as I mentioned earlier, FIT, and Long Island University. And I'm a business owner, and I work in the system, not for many years, but for 3 years as a teacher. But beside that, I create jobs in the district. I educate children, parents. I have an adult education program. I'm always out there helping everybody else in the system to get elected, to serve us better, because it's teamwork. And nevertheless, to say I'm a community advocate. When I get there in Albany, I'll make sure I'll fight for affordable housing, education. Now, we do have pre-K, universal pre-K, and I'm sure we need universal kindergarten, because if parents are not paying for pre-K, where they're going to have money for kindergarten? And remember, kindergarten and pre-K are not mandated by the Chancellor of the State of New York, but first grade is. If we can get money for pre-K, my jobs, when you get me there in the state assembly, is to advocate to get universal kindergarten so our children don't miss anything in between. Nevertheless, to say, our young people, please remember, not all of us will get a college degree. Let's be real, but we are all talented. I will try to bring affordable job and, of course, vocational skill programs. Our seniors and our adults, even if you don't have a high school diploma, there are programs out there for you to go get it. Now, the GED is no longer valid in the state of New York. It's a task. There are places for you to complete that. If you don't, there's going to be a problem. You're not going to be able to hold on to your job. Our seniors, we have to keep them in New York. We don't want to lose them. We have to keep the family tight. And again, my job is to represent you well, to bring good paying job in the district, to make the environment safer, and of course to respect everybody's right to choose. I'm not discriminating against anyone. It's for everyone to choose for whatever they believe in, whatever they want. And I'm here to support. Elect me is electing everybody else because I'll be working for you, they'll be working for you. It's teamwork. My name is Michele Adolphe. Election is September 9, 2014. I'm looking for support, and I ask you to visit my website, www.micheleadolphe.com. Everything is there. Please, I'm waiting for your support. Call me, email me, whatever suggestions that you might have. I will implement on anything you said because I need your support to get there, and it's going to be your work that I'm going to do. It's not my work. Without your support, I will not make it. With your support, we will make it together. I thank you for having me.
You're very welcome.
And I thank you, everybody else, for listening to me. And I'm looking forward to working with you after September 9, 2014. Thank
and
you.
We're looking forward to having you, Michele Adolphe. Don't forget to tune in next week for Beyond Focus TV. We are going to have Habitat for Humanity NYC in the hot seat with me. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Same time, same place next week. I'm Lydia Patel, and you're watching Beyond Focus TV. Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at gene@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.